So the first thing we want to do is rename the project into a project that we are gonna do. And for example, what we are gonna do in this project is do image detection. Then we can rename the project to image detection service. Rename project, and let's name it image detection service, and let's also rename this one as image detection core. Let's name this as detection service. And in order to rename the foundation, we will rename the foundation a little different way, because we want this foundation package to be used by multiple services, and what we want to put in this foundation package is some common functionalities that can be shared and used by multiple services at the same time. So rather than naming it as image detection service, we can just say image service foundation, and this means it not only can serve image detection service, but it can also serve other services that deals with image, like image resizing, or any other kind of like image repainting, or logo inpainting, or any kind of services. All those kind of services can use this foundation package. So let's name it as image service foundation, and yep. Now what we're gonna do is also rename these ones. Image detection service, image detection core. If you are working in a text-based project or service, you can just name it the way you want it to be. And if it comes to the foundation also, we have to do the same. And what we can do is just rename this one as image service foundation. So once we have renamed everything, all the project structure we have, so now we can proceed by seeing how actually the service operates. And I think the entry point is run.py. So here in the run.py, we will just put a debug pointer and see how it goes. Like, we will walk through the code and see. And I just want to see what is this service, and mostly the service is nothing but this entire image detection service is loaded as service. And here if we click run app, mostly we'll go to app.py, that is here, and in this app.py we are mentioning what are the things it has to do in order to start the service. So one thing we have to keep in mind is that we have to also change these configuration values that we can find is in these default config files, and we have to change these names as image detections in order to work. So let's just start debugging. Okay, we have a process running. So what we have to do is do a run one. We have to change this one. So let's just start debugging and see how it works. So yeah, as you can see, we are in the entry point of the service in run.py, and it will redirect us to app.py, where we mention the run app function, where we load all the configurations from this default config file. And once we have the configurations, we load the values from those configuration file, and basically the things are straightforward. And we then, after loading all the configurations, we just run the web service. So this is a part where we can do a lot of things that we want to do when we want our service to start. So we can load deep learning models from our cloud and then initialize them once the service starts in the beginning, and then once the model is loaded, we don't have to load the model again and again in order to do inferencing when the web service is started. So that is one thing what we can do here. And if we move forward, then what happens is just you record.run, and if we see the application has already started, and if we just now do a request here, yes, we can see the request has been processed here. So yeah, let's proceed in moving the first part of the image detection service into action. And what we're gonna do, the first part, is load the model and save it when the service gets started. So what we can discuss in the next half is how in normal industry practices, how we normally store a machine learning model and how we access it into a server or in a production environment when a product is live. And this is what we are going to discuss in the next part.